Good day. We are Group 3 and we will discuss the life and later career of Victorio Edades, his paintings, achievements, artistic development, and contribution to the art of the Philippines. Si Victorio Candido Edades ay isa sa mga pioneer ng modernism in Philippine art at naging co-founder ng Mindanao Ethnocultural Foundation, focused on the Mindanao indigenous culture and heritage, at nakamit niya ang titulo bilang Father of Modern Philippine Painting. Makikita sa kanyang mga obra ang kanyang filosofiya at artistic creation na nagsilbing connection sa pagitan ng nakaraan at kasalukuyang sining.
Victorio Edades, who was born on December 23, 1895, was known for his talent of arts and has earned the title apprentice teacher by 7th grade. As he traveled to the United States, he once experienced working in salmon canneries before moving on to Seattle and enrolling at the University of Washington, where he took up architecture and later on earned a Master of Fine Arts in Painting. In 1937, Victorio Edades, Ocampo, and Justado Lorenzo organized the Atelier of Modern Art, which led to the formation of the 13 Moderns, thus boosting the cause of modernism with new talents. The support system for modernism was further strengthened with the founding of the Art Association of the Philippines and the Philippine Art Gallery in 1951. Due to the amount of contribution that Edades has given, he has gained awards and titles such as the National Artist in Painting in 1976.
So, before we discuss his paintings, bakit nga ba siya naging modernist when, in the first place, realism yung style na napag-aralan niya as an architecture student? Well, it's because on 1922, habang nasa ibang bansa si Edades, nakita niya yung traveling exhibit of the Armory Show. Itong Armory Show kasi na ito is the International Exhibition of Modern Art, so it's highly likely na nakita niya yung works nila Paul Cézanne, who by the way is the father of modern art, and sila Pablo Picasso, known for his Cubism style, sila Michael Duchamp, and other surrealists and other Dadaists of that time. And maybe while looking at their works, dito niya na-feel na, uy, ito yung artistic direction na gusto kong tahakin. So, for the following paintings na maipapresent later, especially for his works on 1928 na The Sketch and The Builders, makikita niyo yung onti-onti niyang pag-transition or pag-deviate sa academic style na nakasanayan niya to modernism.
Now, we will discuss his notable works from the sketch down to Poincietta Girl. Just like the conservative art of Fernando Amorsolo at Guillermo Tolentino, Edad is more likely to paint distorted human figures mostly known in the West. He mostly used bold strokes, impasto, and standing proud and alone in his advocacy and practice of what he claims is artistic art. May kita sa mga unang paintings niya na dark and ominous colors, and ang mga subject matter or themes niya sa paintings representing laborers, factory workers in older dirt, sweat, and filth, or ordinary citizens. One of his famous artwork was created in the United States and displayed at Seattle Fine Art Society, which include artists from Washington and other parts of the America. This is known the sketch or the artist and his model. Itong painting na to ay ginantimpalaan siya bilang second highest award sa isang annual exhibition of North American artists. Influenced by post-impressionism, it was presents a situation in which a painting is created within the representation itself, thus affording viewers to experience both the process, with the painter sketching his model, and the object, which is the artifact of art. It departs from the lyricism of the academic painters of the early American period and introduced distortion as an artistic virtue. Some says that the model in this painting are his friends, The portrait artist is an Ilocano who was studying sculpting at the time. And the man in the background is Mr. De Venecia, who was studying advertising arts. And the lady resting in the bed is Eleanor McMurler, a family friend. Makikita na the sculptor is drawing a still life in front of him, and not Eleanor as some people believe. Since Edades is a Filipino, the painting aroused quite a lot of interest. It even made it to one of America's daily papers. This painting, the sketch, was made in oil on canvas. The artist works in a painterly application of paint in a loose or less than controlled matter, resulting in the appearance of visible brushstrokes within the finished painting. The work shows the influence of the post-impressionist Cezanne in its composition and style. Since si Edades ay modernist, makikita sa painting ang bold brushstrokes and dark colors. In modernist art, define rejection of history and conservative values, such as realistic depiction of subject. Makikita sa painting ang kanyang pagka-modernist and conveying a message to the viewers.
One of Edades' most important pieces from his 1928 one-man show was The Builder. In this instance, the topic was very different from a rural scene captured by Armosolo. A crew of builders is seen constructing a structure. Neither the setting nor the building have any distinctive qualities. In Edades' artwork, linear and structured composition took precedence over other graphical components. His mural, which is essentially a horizontal composition, is made up of isolated individuals on the left and the right sides that enclose a semicircle shaped mesh of bodies in the center. The picture is fully composed of gray and dark tones, with almost any brilliant colors or negative space remaining on the canvas. The country was shocked by Edadi's painting because of their strong brushwork, gloomy settings and characters, and perhaps exaggerated human forms. His painting were not very visually appealing. So ayan, kung makikita nyo sa paintings niya, hindi siya visually appealing dahil sa mga colors choices na ginamit niya dito. They weren't pretty like the other ones that used to. However, Edadis intended to draw attention to that. He was aware that everyone has a unique way of expressing or viewing the world and that everyone has the right to do so. He made this artwork piece kasi that's how he see our world and he expressed this by making this piece or artwork. While some expressed support to Tolentino's sculptures and Armosola portraits, many others were in favor of change and self-expression. The major argument between the modernists and classicists, which became the most important event in the Philippine art history, took place in 1930s. Instead of just painting what he saw in front of him, Edadis painted his interpretation of the model of the location, especially in his portraits. By doing this, the artist, the model, collaborated and the artist willingly entered the scenario and experienced every aspect of it. The result of this partnership was painting called The Builders. Edadis' painting involved into extension of both reality and his imagination. They were no longer merely imitation or of genuine things. To put it briefly, his painting brought the human soul to life.
The interaction is one of the many works that Victorio Edades has created. Due to the lack of articles about this painting, we would like to share our own opinions on it, as well as our instructors. This painting is not to be seen by only a few glances, as there are a lot of details that one person from another can interpret. At first glance, from the very top of the painting, there are three figures shown. One opinion of depiction seen is the man at the very top, who seems to be God, and the two figures beside him can be seen as part of the Holy Trinity. As to how the three figures shows connection to the people at the lower part of the painting, there is a tree where a woman seems to be harvesting fruits from it. Another religious depiction that can be seen is Adam and Eve, where it can signify as to how Eve was tempted to take a fruit from the tree and eat it. One explanation that I have garnered, basing it on my opinion, is how the elements were used in a more natural way. Besides the three figures shown above, most of the painting showcases a normal day to day life of farmers. From gathering fruits to harvesting wheat, I believe that this painting can also show the hard work and labor of the Filipino people.
Ito ay isang artwork ni Victorio Edades, pamagat ng Fontaine Blue. Ginawa niya noong August 1937. Sa painting na 'to, Edades shown us the viewers his understanding of what the competitive fair-skinned woman has in his mind. Pinaint niya dito yung dreams ng babae of a tropical home giving her shelter in the temperate climate of France. We see those Philippine huts have mystically appeared in the hilly Fontainebleau forest landscape, painted solid, flat, single colors separated by dark contours and borders. That is, in-apply niya dito yung earth tone colors sa, so well sa mga landscape and houses, pati na rin sa pot and especially do sa woman figure. Faithful siya sa modernist technique of separation and discontinuity of colors para ma-convey niya yung sense of depth among the objects in the painting. Now, konting history. In the later part of the 19th century, primitivism arrived in Europe. The cultural elite discovered the art of Africa and South Seas. The power and boldness in the art of these faraway places were depicted as exaggerated bodily proportions and shapes. Just like Gauguin's Polynesian women, Edades empowered the Philippine woman in this painting with those strong arms holding firm the water jug and with a serious and willful face. This na-represent na-represent ni Edades thought of a Filipina of the time, yung pagiging strong and willful. All of these wonderful points were made to come to life by our national artist despite its watercolor medium. Edades went to the Fontaine des Escoles d'Art Americains de Fontainebleau in summer of 1937 to obtain his degree in watercolor painting under Emily Deschières. I don't know if I said it right. His degree in fresco painting under R. Lamont Montagne Saint Herbert, and his degree in architecture under Jacques Jacques Carlu, Jean Labatut, and J.P. Tonchard. Aside from being a beautiful painting, this Edades artwork ay pinaka-importante sa historic work of art documentating a period in his life and artistic evolution. Yung painting ay na-sign uh, with his full last name sa may bandang right lower corner. Under his name, may yung words na nakalagay dun is Fontainebleau, August 1937. Nakascattered in the paintings are the three finely penciled numbers, which is 2, 10, and 11. This numbers coloring scheme uh, was evident in his other watercolor paintings, discovered na recently on the back of the painting during its conversation preservation were French to English word translations of colors written in pencils. Yung painting came from an American family sa California with some Philippine family ties. It, it has a very simple cedar frame and a faded maroon matting. It was curiously varnished over. It was perhaps an attempt to protect it. Ayun, yung Fontainebleau 1937 ay part na siya ng isang Filipino family art collections sa New York, USA. It recently recently na-present siya sa Great People of Edades projects sa Pilipinas. Yun lang po.
Poinsettia Girl is one of Edades' iconic works kasi this painting symbolizes his personal experiences and reflects his style as an artist. On a surface level, pag titignan natin yung painting niya as it is, we can see na merong babaeng nakaupo with poinsettias at her background. Yung expression niya is calm and since off-centered siya and mas angat yung isang shoulder niya compared to the other, it is noticeable na may dynamism sa painting kasi nakarest yung girl on her left side. In order to achieve a sense of depth and space, gumamit din siya ng contrasting colors, with blue or cool tones for the background and reds for the subject. He also used strong geometric shapes which is evident sa background. On a deeper level naman, it begs the question, why out of all the flowers out there, poinsettia yung pinili ni Edades? Now, let us not forget that Edades is a modernist and modernists love to express something in their art. And in this painting, we can assume that he wanted to express his life experiences to us. If we recall in his biography, di ba pumunta siya ng abroad para mag-aral. Then nakita niyang exhibit, na-inspire siya, and then bumalik siya sa Pilipinas na bit-bit yung knowledge and passion niya for modern art. After nun, he introduced and shared it for the other Filipino people to see and inspired other artists as well to join this movement. So, anong connect ito sa poinsettia? Just like Edades kasi, galing din ng ibang bansa yung poinsettia. And meron din kasing legend about sa poinsettia na nung nag-offer daw ng branch of plant yung isang poor boy kay Child Jesus nung Christmas Day, naging bright red daw yung leaves and nagtwinkle yung stars which lit up his whole village. It can be said na the poor boy and Edades is the same. Parehas silang nag-offer ng gift which bloomed into something remarkable. For Edades, his gift, which is yung pagturo niya ng modern art, also lit up and paved the way for creating the environment for modern art.
Now, here are the other achievements of Victorio Edades from 1915 to 1980. Prize English Composition Contest, Gold Medal Oratical Contest, free tuition for high holistic standing, Chairman of the Jury, Member, Board of Judges, Medal and Diploma AAP, Pro Patria Award during the Rizal Centennial Celebration, Araw ng Maynila Award in Painting, Plaque of Merit, Annual Merit Award, Fiesta Celebration, Tanglaw ng Lahi Award.
Edades became the father of modern Philippine painting because of his contributions here in the Philippines. On the year 1928, the same year when he painted The Sketch and the Builders, he returned home. And nung pag-uwi niya, dominated pa nila Fernando Omorsolo and Guillermo Tolentino yung course ng art dito sa Pinas. So yung mga art here during that time were realistic, mga chiaroscuro style, and to him, the state of art was practically dead. He doesn't want this type of conservative art to be patronized kasi parang kinakopy mo lang yung nakikita mo and yung style ng ibang mga artist. So, dahil doon parang pare-pares na kayo ng technique, pare-pares na kayo ng pinipaint na lagi na lang chiaroscuro, to the point na there is nothing unique about their art anymore. And conservatives also has a Greek style of realistic impression. So, nandyan yung mga rules, mga perspectives, and mga proportions. So, to Edades, if we're stuck sticking to these rules, nawawala na yung freedom mo as an artist to express what you want and what you feel. That's why he felt na he needed to step up and introduce modern art to the Philippines. And to do that, he did a one-person show at the Colombian Club. Sadly, hindi pa welcoming yung mga Pinoy with this style kasi nga dominated pa ni Amor Solo and sanay sila sa style niya. That's why he shifted his strategy. Instead of exhibiting his works again and again hanggang sa masana yung mga tao sa style niya, naisip niya na lang na ituro yung modern art sa mga Pinoy. Noong 1930, tumulong siya na i-organize yung Department of Architecture sa UST. Siya na rin yung naging acting head dito sa department na to. Then, 5 years later on 1935, na-appoint siya as the director of the UST College of Architecture and Fine Arts, which he organized under the Architecture Department. Outside his contributions sa UST, Edades also had a mural with Carlos Francisco and Galo Ocampo. Together, they formed the first triumvirate in Philippine modern art during 1934. And finally, noong 1937, nabuo yung 13 Moderns which boosted the cause of modernism with new talents. All in all, Edades did not only introduce modernism into the Philippines but also gave it his guidance and related it to the issue of national identity. He gave Filipino artists the freedom to freely express themselves and pursue their individual visions.
Before we end the report, let's have a little short quiz. Question number one. Who is the father of modern Philippine painting? Is it A. Ang Kuikok? Letter B. Fernando Morsolo? Letter C. Ben Cabrera? Or letter D. Si Victorio Edades? Letter D. Victorio Edades. Question number two. Victorio Edades was the leader of what revolutionary group? Is it A. 13 Impressionists? Letter B. 13 Modernisms? Letter C. 13 Moderns? Or letter D. 13 Classicals? Letter C. 13 Moderns. Ngayon sa ating pangatlong question, what is the art movement of Victorio Edades? Is it A. Abstract Impressionism? Letter B. Modernism? Letter C. Minimalism? Or letter D. Cubist Expressionism? Letter B. Modernism. Ngayon sa ating pang-apat na question, what university did Edades enroll in where he studied Master of Fine Arts in Painting? Is it A. University of the Cordilleras? Letter B. University of the Philippine Diliman. Letter C. University of Washington. Letter D. University of Santo Tomas. Letter C. University of Washington. Ngayon sa ating panglimang question, what painting earned him the prize in the art competition at the annual exhibition of North American artists? Is it A. The Builders? Letter B. Poinsettia Girl? Letter C. Interaction? Or letter D. The Sketch? Letter D. The Sketch. And that is all for our report. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Once again, this Filipino artist is Victorio Candido Edades, the father of modern Philippine painting. Thank you for listening.